So I'm going to quickly read the memorandum and then give the memorandum to Dr. Mkhize. Now, the background of this whole matter is a result of the Section 22 committee's work and the CRL who have mandated them through their chairperson, Togo Kaluva. Their mission and agenda is to regulate the Church of the Living God. And we are saying no to that. We have marched on the 8th, I'm going to be very brief, we have marched on the 8th of October to Parliament, and we have handed a memorandum to the Government of National Unity, headed by the President of this country, and we are assured that will be given a response in 7 days. We are now probably in the 4th week. The only response we have received is silence. In other words, it is clearly communicated to us as Christians and citizens in this country that we do not matter. The government and the leaders of our country take us for granted. They do not care what we think. They do not care how we feel. They are obviously in court with Kanova in an agenda to take away God from our society. We are saying that silence cannot be tolerated. They are not working for themselves. They are working for the people of South Africa. And we are the people of South Africa. Let us not allow them to get away with this. These are our rights. We are not only contending for our faith. We are also fighting as citizens of the Republic of South Africa. But our leaders must respect the highest law of our country, and that is the Constitution. So without further ado, I would like to read the memorandum that on this day, the 13th November, thousands from across South Africa have marched to Parliament in Cape Town to raise urgent concerns regarding the Commission for the Protection and Protection of the Rights of Cultural, Religious and Linguistic Communities. That is the CRL. We are specifically alarmed by renewed efforts by the CRL and in particular its chairperson, Mrs. Togo Kaluva, to introduce state regulation of religion through so-called peer review systems and mechanisms. Parliament has already considered and rejected the proposals after extensive hearings before the Copter Portfolio Committee between 2017 and 2020. This CRL's attempt to revive them undermines constitutional democracy and disregards parliamentary authority. We have said that it should be noted here that numerous attempts were made by many Christian advocacy groups to engage the CRL on these matters without success. The CRL has simply chosen a path of only engaging with groups and interest groups that agree only with them. Section 15 guarantees freedom of religion, belief and opinion. Section 18 of the Constitution protects freedom of association, including the right not to join state-controlled religious structures. Section 31 affirms the right of religious communities to self-govern. Section 9 prohibits unfair discrimination. Chapter 9 institutions such as the CRL must operate independently, impartially, and within their constitutional mandate. South Africa is governed by a government of national unity. The protection of religious freedom is therefore a shared responsibility across all political parties. This march therefore constitutes a protest under the banner of defending religious freedoms, which is a plea and a demand that Parliament must act and act now. The core issues of concern are the unconstitutionality of the proposed peer review system, the unnecessary strong laws that are hereby bandied about by the CRL and Professor Kolo that seek to take over the work of the agencies of the state, such as the police, such as our judiciary and other state organs. The Capital Committee report rejected the CRF's proposal. These recommendations left with the 5th Parliament have no legal standing. There is no justification to relaunch the CRL's demonic attempt. It is impossible for the state or a committee to decide who is a legitimate pastor or which doctrine is official. Any licensing scheme will be impractical and open to abuse. We say it is unfair that the CRL has launched a Section 22 committee with hand-picked members in a predetermined process and designed to force Christianity under state control. This process is discriminatory, unconstitutional, and contrary to the principle of fairness and impartiality. Our demand is that the South African church defenders would like to see Parliament act with haste. We would like parliamentary oversight on the matter and to stop the illegal activities of Kadoba and Professor Kolu. We would like also that there is a reiteration by government and Parliament that the Constitution is the supreme law of the Republic of South Africa, and that the Speaker of the Parliament of South Africa, the National Assembly, and all the Department of Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs are bound to defend the provisions of our Constitution. We would like accountability of the CRL. We demand the removal of the chairperson. We demand the disbandment of the Section 22 committee, for it is constituted illegally. In light of derogatory, divisive, disrespectful, blasphemous, inflammatory, and insulting statements by the CRA chairperson, Togo Kaloba, we call upon the Speaker of Parliament to act with haste to rein her in. She is running around like a headless chicken, and a headless chicken is dangerous for our security. In closing, this memorandum is submitted on behalf of thousands of Christians who have gathered in peace and unity, and we are also representing the millions of Christians who, for one reason or another, could not be here. The people who are here are simply representative of the broader Christian church, which is the body of the Christ. We therefore ask that the SACD be given a response to this memorandum in at least 7 days. And Bazalwane, this is the last part, and we are done. There are so many. I actually read only a quarter of the things that we need to read because we are considerate. As I said, we pray to a God of order. But the silence from the presidency is deafening. This is how we are treated in our own land. We must state categorically that it is unacceptable that the charismatic Christian church has been classified identified by the State Security Agency as a threat to national security. We state categorically that if our president was serious about dealing with anything, he should deal with the crime that we have in the country. He should address the poverty that we have in our country. He should stop presiding over a mafia state. So we thank you very much.
Now we will give the Honorable Chairperson of COCTA. This is the committee that is responsible for Kaluva. So Dr. Zolim Kize is the chairperson of that committee. So when we are speaking to him, we are speaking to the right person. They must deal with